creating wealthier women and multifamily real estate to give to humanity without limits. Welcome to Ladies Night with Steph Gablosky. Just a quick reminder, we are all free to be the greatest alive, and whatever great means, that is up to you. I am excited to bring to you Chutima Barrios. She is an entrepreneur, yoga warrior, and a mom. And when you get started in multifamily real estate, there are a lot of pieces, especially if you want to be an active investor. And Chutima, she's going to talk to us a little bit about what it's like to pursue multifamily as a brand new mom. Chutima, welcome. Please tell us your story and how you got involved into multifamily real estate.
Hi, everyone. Thank you very much, Steph, for having me today. I'm really excited. So how I got into multifamily. So I believe most of us, if not all, have read Rich Dad Poor Dad book. And I did everything that poor dad told us to do. I went to school. Not just school, I chose one of the best school in the country. I came from Thailand. I went to one of the best school in Thailand from young age, high school, picked one of the best college in the country, get out of school, work, try to get the best job, and even decided to come to the US to get higher education here. So it's all about go to school, get the job, that's security. But when I finished my master degree, the gift that I got from that, I appreciate the education that I have. I appreciated friends that I met. But there's another gift that I got is student loan. When I started working after postgrad, I was like, oh, the income was good, but the net income that I can bring to my bank account is so small. One is the tax, due to income tax. You don't have control how to minimize the tax. And then whatever left, I have to pay down the student loan. And I realized, oh, wow, my bank account never grew. That's when I was like, oh, this is not working. And I have to start investing. I have to do something. Luckily, my husband, he's an architect, and he was like, you should do real estate. He said this to me every day. And in the beginning, I was a little bit fearful because it was new to me, as in this is a new country. I came from other country. I don't know the market. I don't know who lives where. And so I live in Philadelphia, and there's this reputation. If people heard of Philly, and they were like, oh, scary city. So there's a thing here that hold me back in the beginning, but then I knew that I had to change. So I kept educating myself. I listened to podcasts, and I like real estate investments concepts. So it's just making sure that I do it right. So it began with self-education. And then we got into doing a house hack. So we bought this 4-unit apartment building, and we live in 1 unit and rent out the other 3. So we got tenants who help pay the mortgage. And we use FHA loan, which helped us or helped me, who didn't have a lot of saving to buy the first real estate. And I only paid down payment only 3.5% of the total loan that I received. And that's how I started the investments. And we do, in the real estate world, it's called BRRRR strategy: buy, renovate, rent, refinance, and repeat. So that's the concept that my husband and I have been doing. So it helped us build equity, the next investment. So that's my story.
So that's a really interesting story because a lot of us and myself included, we're told, go to school, get the education, get the job, you do everything right, but you still wind up in debt. And it's how do you get ahead when you feel so behind, and you can't get ahead until you get rid of this hole that you're constantly in. And everyone would tell you, pay off everything. If you pay off everything, then you will have no wealth because you will just never be ahead. It'll be 10 years down the road. And student loans, honestly, they are literally the worst kind of loan. You can pay off a mortgage faster. I'm with you on that. And I'm just curious. So you got into this space, and then you're like, okay, this is totally doable. I could get a fourplex and be okay. So, what was your next step into those bigger, really awesome syndication deals?
We are onto the commercial real estate. And so right now we're doing the BRRRR strategy. We're having 17 apartment units under rental, and then we have 8-unit apartment that is under full gut rehab. So knock on wood, we will be having 25 rental by this summer.
That's really awesome. What do you see your vision being in the next 5 years when it comes to what you want to accomplish in your real estate investing?
So we are looking into buying bigger apartments because we have duplex, triplex, quadplex, 5 units building. We have and then 8 units, and I do all the financials by myself. So I feel like you do about the same amount of work, but the 4 units double money. You don't have to do work 2 times, 3 times. 4 units give you 4 times income of single home. If somebody started investing by buying single home, that's why right now we're looking into doing a multifamily apartment complex from 50 units up in what we call Sun Belt state. So all the southeast, Texas, Florida, that where we also help our investors. We're looking for partners, investors, help them build wealth with us.
Awesome. You're saying you're looking for investors and partners. Obviously, investors, when they come to you, they put in for the investment, and then you would help manage that for them. What kind of partners are you looking for?
Yeah, someone who would be what we call boots on the ground, because we live in Philadelphia, but we're looking to invest in, say, North Carolina. We want to have a partner who have experience in North Carolina market. They are close to the property so that they can drive and check out the property. By managing from afar, we still need someone who we can trust. And it's not just the property manager, because we need to be able to check out how the property manager is doing. Of course, we delegate them to do that job, but we also have to do check and balance. So that's where our partner can help us do this part.
That's awesome. I know that when people say, oh, I have to manage a property, then they're always thinking, I have to be the one that goes and does that. And that's where the idea of teaming really becomes important. So by having someone on your team, you can provide a larger range of investments because you have someone there to take care of it. And that just provides better value for all your investors as well, because now you can diversify in locations. Yeah, that's an excellent strategy. Now, I have to ask you, because we are doing multifamily as a mom, a new mom. When did you become a mom? And how did that all fit into your timeline and strategy?
So actually becoming a mom is really driving me to change too. It's not when I was like, oh, I don't have money in my bank account and then I want to grow wealth. But becoming a mom 6 years ago, but in looking at the short-term vision, we have bills coming in. Those who give birth, the hospital bill can be massive amount, depends on the insurance that you have. your out of pocket can be thousands of dollars. So that can be all of your saving. It's a lot. And that's a short term. And looking into daycare, and we have to think about where to put kids in daycare because I'm a working mom and the daycare cost is $1,500 a month. And we can't afford it, but what it means we're not going to have any more savings. That's really driving me to do real estate investments. That was a short-term view of bills coming in that we have to pay to take care of our child. The long term, and then I was like, oh, and then they're gonna be like 5 years old. They have to go to kindergarten. They have to go to school. What kind of school we're gonna put them in? And in Philadelphia, there's so limited numbers of good public school. So to get in a good public school is also very hard to buy a house in the catchment area. In the end, you were like, okay, maybe send them to another choice where it costs less, very little, affordable. But then I kept thinking this to myself. My mom, my parents, I grew up in a middle income family. My parents worked their neck off so that their children can go to good school. And back in my country, that means private school mostly. And so they work, they save up and then send the kids to school. And so I was like, do I want to limit the choices of my children? Where other schools that have higher tuition have more resources for my children to explore their interest, to explore different activities versus going to a different school where it might not cost us anything, but they don't provide our children the choices to explore the interest, the strength, what they want to do when they grow up, the freedom or the play or the choices that they can do. So what can we do with the financials to support our family? And in a super long term, what are we going to leave behind for our children? We can be just so selfish and okay, fine, you guys go get your own life. But at this point, we feel like we want to provide them something. And real estate is a great way to build up wealth, to leave the legacy for the family. So the first year of having my first child, it was overwhelming, to be honest. Having the first child is just like life changing. Oh, wow. Everything changed. We take care of a baby when the baby cannot talk. We don't really understand why they're crying. It just changes a lot of things. But it also means that it changed the mindset that we have someone to take care for, to think about. Like today we go buy eggs and it's become like $6, $8, $10. What? What are our children's gonna eat, right? So therefore, we even have to build more wealth. And we change our lifestyle from just go out, party, hanging out with friends, just like drinking and on the weekends. We look for real estate deals. That's when we like keep finding the first deal we want to do. We have streaming account that we paid for, but barely use it. Sometimes I feel, should I cancel it? But yeah. So it changed the lifestyle. It's about focusing on the goal, and you will be able to allocate your time to do what you want to achieve.
Yeah, it's really interesting that you said as soon as you got your bundle of joy, like it all of a sudden it was like a switch, like go time, like can't mess around. You have to build wealth in order to provide and the level that you want to provide. And I'm not a mom, but I want to be. And I feel like there's even that happening in the back of my mind right now. Like, I better get myself like extra squared away because as soon as they come, that's a whole life change. And I don't want to figure it out when the life is changing. I want to have it figured out a little bit before all of that happens. Yeah, that's really interesting. And you said that multifamily real estate is one of the best investments. Of course, I agree with you. I think it's amazing, and I always spout out a lot of its benefits. And I'm curious, besides scale, what is the biggest benefit that you see in real estate and why you personally chose it?
So there are plenty of benefits, and if you talk to different investors, you'll hear different answers. And this is really good question. I just went to a conference and I did a snippet 10 seconds videos with my peer investors. Like, what do you like most about multifamily investments? And I heard different answers. And these are guys and girls who own thousands of apartment units. And they all gave me different answers. But so for me, I would say as I'm building wealth, my favorite benefits is the tax benefits, depreciation, saving. I believe it's only one investment class that can give you these benefits. And we have a list of benefits and multifamily investments on our website. If you're interested, you can download from there.
I'm right there with you. I love the tax benefits. They're unrivaled. And another reason why I love real estate as a whole, it doesn't have to be commercial, although you get way more benefits, in my opinion, with commercial, with diversification and scale. But I personally love the tax benefits because there's just so many tax benefits that happen at the same time in this asset class you can't find anywhere else. But let alone all of that, when the stock market crashes, it's all just paper. Even our money, it's just paper. It's not backed by anything right now. And at least when you're buying into a syndication or just a real property, at the end of the day, you're buying an asset and you can go there, you can touch it. The land isn't going to disappear. And it's a lot like gold. You can touch it. It's not going to disappear unless somebody steals gold from you, which is possible. But stealing a house or stealing any kind of real estate, that's a lot harder to do. So I love real estate for so many reasons. But yeah, I'm with you on those tax benefits. And your website is rentroll.com. I think you were doing a lot of other industry research also on your website. Was there anything else that you really wanted to just discuss and about why someone should reach out to you, or something that you want to be known for?
So I really focus on educating my investors because we want to help investors make informed decisions. Not as we heard, some people just jump onto crypto when the market was hot, and unfortunately, the market crashed. So they lost their wealth from there. So I focus on education. So my website not only gives you these benefits on multifamily investments, but also the industry research from PricewaterhouseCoopers, a well-known advisory firm, and other leading commercial real estate firms. It is there. Yeah, so that everybody can get updated on the industry trend.
All right. Thank you so much, Tima. Thank you for your time today. I really appreciate your energy, and we look forward to speaking again soon.
Thank you very much for having me.
For watching Ladies Night with me, Steph Dablowski. I create wealthier women by providing exclusive access to private equity commercial real estate investments. If you're interested, check out my contact details in the description below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.